Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this part we're going to be designing the handle that you're seeing on my screen right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and build this part. Create a new file. I'm using metric units. Under part, select standard part. This 32D sketch, you'll be sketching from the top. Let's rotate this. Select a 2-point center rectangle. And the dimensions of our rectangle, the width is 200, it's 132 millimeters. Press the tab key and the width is 50 millimeters. Hit enter, right click OK. Alright, so let's add a 2-point rectangle. Right click OK. Let's center this. Select vertical constraint. The midpoint here has to be in line with the origin here. Right click OK. Then the distance here is 12 millimeters. Right, and the height here is 30 millimeters. Right click OK. Let's add a rectangle, 2-point rectangle here. The width is 7.8. Press the tab key, and the height is 16 millimeters. Right, let's center this. Vertical constraint, midpoint of this. Alright, so let's draw a line of symmetry. Create line. Construction line. Alright, and the distance of this line is supposed to be half of this. Alright, let's use the collinear constraint. This point and that line. I click OK. Now let's trim this. Select trim. Alright, so let's make this one here a construction line. So we're done here. Then the next thing, alright, so let's make this a construction line. Want to mirror this. Let's project geometry. Want to project the z-axis. Right click OK. Let's make it a construction line. Let's select this whole profile. Select the mirror to, and our mirror line is the z-axis. Apply, done. Alright, right click, create line. Let's join these paths. Then the next thing that I want to do, select fillet here, and our fillet radius is 8 millimeters here. And on this corner here. Right click OK. Right, and let's select offset here. Right click, make sure loop select here is checked. Right, you want to select the whole profile. Okay, this is not. Let's complete our profile here. Line 2. Right, so let's offset this. Offset this by 1 millimeter, 1.5 millimeter. Alright, so we have that profile. Let's offset this. Okay, by 1.5 millimeter. So now I have that profile. Right click OK. So let's trim. Select trim here. I want to trim this. Let's trim this and this and this. All right. So trim this and all right. We're done here. Right click OK. Right click quit line. Want to join these points. Right click OK. Let's extend this line here. Okay, that's an arc. Right click OK. Select tangent constraint. So there's a tangent there. Let's also do the same thing here. Okay, tangent constraint, and this. Control Z. Extend. We can extend this. This is a line. We can also extend that one. So let's complete this profile here. Extend this. So we've got this profile. Looks good. Alright, 5 dimensions are needed. Let's select auto dimension 2. Apply. Alright. Done. Finish this. Let's extrude this. Alright, so select extrude. Want the whole profile. Some parts we left out. The whole thing. Alright, so the thickness is 13 millimeters. Right. Click the plus icon. We still want to work with our sketch. Alright, and click this one here. Want to cut by 5.5 milliliters. Click the plus icon, select this one, cut through. This should have been a construction line. Click OK. So now we have this profile. Now the next thing that I want to do is to create these supports here. Alright. So we'll be working from this face, create a new sketch. Alright, let's project cut edges. Let's also project geometry. I want to project this one here and the z-axis. Right, let's select 2-point rectangle here. Let's draw a 2-point rectangle. here, here, right click, okay, right click. Okay, let's create a line here. Find the midpoint here, and the midpoint here. Right click, okay. Let's make this a construction line. Let's draw another line again. No, undo. No, I don't want it from the center. Okay, let's draw it from here. All right, well, we're going to constrain these lines. So the first constraint is a parallel constraint. This is parallel to this, and also this is parallel to this. Right click, OK. Let's also draw another rectangle here. Okay, right click, OK. And let's go for symmetry. Symmetry constraint. This line and this line, symmetry with respect to this line. This and this. Escape. You can only use the symmetry constraint once. Right click, OK. Now let's select the dimension 2. This width here is 1.5 millimeters. This one here, it's also equal to 1.5 millimeters. And right click, OK. Symmetry, this and this with respect to this. All right. Dimension 2. Right, this here is equal to that. And the distance here is 6 millimeters. All right, and the distance between the rectangles is 19 millimeters. All right, so we're done here. 2 dimensions are needed because this line is not constrained. All right, doesn't matter. Let's finish this. So we're going to extrude our profiles. So this profile, this one here, this, and this. This here, and this, extruding to the next face. All right, we're not cutting, we're joining. All right. All right, let's cancel this. Let's first mirror our last extrusion. That is this profile. Select. We need to have a mid plane. We don't have one. Let's see. We don't. So to have a mid plane, select plane here. Select this face and this face. So we now have a mid plane. Want to mirror this this one here. Select the mirror 2 and our mirror plane is this work plane here. See, click OK. All right, now we can do our extrusions. Select extrude, this profile, that, this here, this here, this and this. Select extrude 2, the next face. So we're not cutting, we're joining. Click OK. So we now have our profile. Now let's mirror this face side our work plane, our extrusions. Select the mirror 2. Our mirror plane is the YZ plane. Click OK. So it's almost done here. Now the next thing that I want to design is this curved part here and our XY here. Right click this here, create a new sketch, project geometry, this one, right click OK. Let's work with the tangent circle. So our circle has to be an inscribed circle. All right, within these lines, and then select circle. Want a circle of 3 mm diameter. Right click OK. Finish the sketch. Now let's extrude this. Extrude this profile and this one. We are cutting through all, so you can see the profile. Let's chain our extrusions. Click the plus icon. Now let's add this profile. We are joining, and to next. Click OK. So done here. Let's mirror our last extrusion, this one here. Select the mirror 2, and our mirror plane is the YZ plane. Click OK. So there we go. So the only thing that we're left with is the engraving here. Project geometry. We have a lot of lines here. Right click OK. Make everything a construction line. Select text here. And let everything, and want to type here. So I'll type Autobots Toolbox. Control O. Let's make it bold, center, and also center vertically. And the text, the format style that we're using is Bank Gothic, MDBT, that one. Click OK. So there you go. And then let's select our vertical constraint, center of our text, and the center here. They have to be aligned. Horizontal constraint, this and this. Right click OK. Come on. The dimensions are needed. What are those? Auto dimension. Apply. Bunch of nonsense. Remove. Done. Finish this. Let's select emboss. Profile. Select the text, and want to engrave. The depth is 0.25 millimeters. We're engraving inwards. Right. Reverse direction. Click OK. So we're done. Let's also do the same thing here. create a new sketch, project geometry, right click OK, make a construction line here, and select text, draw a rectangle, Autobots Toolbox, Control A, center everything, center vertically, and text Bank Gothic MD BT 3.05 millimeters. That's the font size. Click OK. Now let's go for constraints. Horizontal constraint. This and this. Vertical constraint. This with this. Right click OK. Finish this. Emboss. Profile. Right. Engrave. Reverse direction. Click OK. So we now have. Now the next thing that I want to do is select our two embossed features. Right, then let's change the color. So here, select this one. Let's go for anodized black. Click this one here. We're done. So now we have that profile. Let's also change the color. All right, open. Should have done that after this. So the whole thing, excluding, press Control. All right, excluding. So let's change the material to polypropylene. All right, and I want the color to be smooth off-white. There we go. So that's our handle. All right, so we're done with this. If you have learned something new, click like, subscribe to my channel. All right, I look forward to seeing you in my next tutorial video. All right, thank you.